Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko, and in this whole video we're going to look into Capricorn Sun, Moon, and also Capricorn Rising weekly general tarot reading January 17th, January 23rd, 2022, and if you do guys want to skip right ahead to the reading directly, use the timestamp in the description down below. Other than that, if you do enjoy the content here on the channel and you do wish to support us, just leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss any of our weekly uploads. Alright, so with that being said, let's make the draw. The first card that you do have, Capricorn, that is going to be the World, followed by the second one here, standing Three of Cups. Moving next, we have the Knight of Cups for you, followed by the fourth card, which is the Nine of Swords, and the final card for your spread, that is going to be the Knight of Pentacles. Alright, so I'm gonna draw two additional cards, one for the Knights of Cups, one for the Knights of Pentacles, and the card for the let me put this one here. So the card for the Knights of Cups is going to be the Hierophant card, and the card for the Knights of Pentacles is going to be Two of Swords. Okay, so these elemental dignities is what we do have for you, and let's jump right away into the spread. Alright guys, so you can see your spread on the screen here, and right off the back we do have a very interesting thing going on right over here. Three of Cups and the Hierophant. I mean, that is a person who cares about you very, very much, and saying that this individual has a thing for you, it's just an understatement. Okay, so that may be somebody you know, it may be somebody brand new. Okay, it's just I can't identify, because with the Three of Cups that we do have over here, okay, that card may signify the bond, that it is somebody coming around and you immediately fall for one another. Okay, so it may be somebody brand new. If you are entirely single and you don't have love interest, it's just, it seems that such, it's very likely, very, very likely to appear into this week. Now, other than that, we do have another person, okay, over here, and this one is going to be more of a hassle. Now, it's very likely, or it's very possible that we could have a rivalry here for your attention, okay, or that Knight of Pentacles with the Two of Swords may be completely isolated case where these two people have nothing to do with each other, although they both are taking place into your week. But this Knight of Pentacles individual that appears at the end of the week is going to appear in a very inconvenient moment, and with these Two of Swords there, we can see the rush that they're gonna put into you. These two cards are a passive enemies, guys, and that one, Knight of Pentacles, they just can't wait anymore, and that's why it's going to be quite of a hassle for you, because you will have to put an immediate attention to this one, while the other person is going to wait for you to have an experiences with you. Okay, so yeah, and starting up the week here with the World card. Where is my cursor? Okay, with the World card, it seems that you are to start the week in a rather quite of a good fashion. You are to complete a lot of tasks from the previous week. The World, it's all about completion, you know, and reaching peak of experiences, the culmination of things. So you can expect that you are to set a lot of, kind of like put a lot of things behind your back, like issues, like situations, okay, like concerns as well. And with the World, that will also gonna give you now the space and the ability, so to speak, to start thinking about what you can do for your future. I mean, what you can establish as a how do I put it into what, as a goal, let's say it that way, because the world is, when one thing ends and another thing has to start right after it, right? Because you can't live in a limbo. But that may be set to rest for the time being. Okay, it's just something that is going to swirl in your mind, and you're going to start thinking about, all right, so I have finalized that project, right? Or I have got that job done. Now, you know, what else I can do, right? What is the next job that I can undertake? And it seems that you are going to start doing some small approaches into that direction, where to establish new projects, you know, to establish new undertakings, because with the Three of Cups that we do have afterwards, that speaks about some results you are about to accomplish. Initial immediate results, so to speak. So rest assured, whatever undertakings you are to establish for yourself at the start of the week, it seems that at least the initial stage is going to be rather successful for you. But at that early stage of the week with the Three of Cups, this is also where you are to start initiate more social interactions, so to speak. And at that stage as well, it's highly likely that you are to enter in some kind of a society or a team, or just a force of people, because the Three of Cups, it's about, also signifies the common vision. So your goal is going to be someone else's goal, and so on and so forth. And thus all of you are going to unite under a common cause, so to speak. As well, in this stage of the week, it's highly likely that you're going to get through to some people, because they will see your way as their way as well. It is just a very, very favorable time at the start of the week for establishing business partnership, alliances, social interactions, expanding one's social circle. And it's just generally, it's a quite of a pleasant time, because all of you are going to feel quite pleasant with each other. With the Three of Cups, there is no disruption in the emotional flow that streams through people. And exactly from these expansion of social interaction, that individual may show up here. Knights of Cups with the Hierophant card. I don't know even where to begin with this one, okay? So first of all, these people, they are strong believers, and they are strong believers into that a person has to be happy no matter what. Okay, but as they are believers into it, they are also strong believers that you have to earn your happiness. So what happens with these people is that they do have some goals, some dreams, right? And they do not allow the faith, or kind of like they don't believe that the faith is going to deliver those dreams and is going to make them happen. Instead, they believe that they alone has to make those dreams come true, and thus they always strive toward what they want and what they desire, what they yearn and crave for. And because they appear into your week and they are catalyzed by the Hierophant, it seems that either what you do or you alone, it is what they crave, what they dream for, what they want in general. And by the Hierophant sitting as a elemental dignity to the Knights of Cups, I mean, that is a very trustworthy person. In fact, I can't think of an element. Maybe Queen of Cups is going to be one idea above as a trustworthy person, but this one extremely trustworthy. And it's highly likely that will be a romantic enterprise, and that this person is wanna take it slowly. So do not freak out if things does not develop right away. I mean, with a snap of your fingers or over a night, because they need to make sure that you are the one. Okay, for them, they don't have time to try out and to fall in love and then be disappointed. They don't want to do that. They want to strive straight away to their dream, or to the dream of their heart, and to make it happen, which in this case they see you as such. Now, is that going to be true? Well, that depends on many factors, okay, but for now that person see you as such. Either what you do or you alone are a dream of their heart. And rest assured, with the interaction with them, you can find a true meaning, or rather like a different and true meaning of the word love, because it's going to be found, instead of an excitement and good looking, you know, and how can I put it into words, and passion, is going to be founded on mutual reliability and respect, which comes a long way. Now, there is a small chance that may be a colleague of yours, or a business partner that wants to make a business with you. And should that be the case, then they are going to be a really hard worker, and they will not gonna care for the earnings that they are gonna make, for the yields of the business. Of course, they are going to require yields, but this isn't going to be the front incentive of their intentions. And interacting with this person, very, very soon you are going to see that it's quite good. I mean, it's you can't compare this individual with anybody you have by that point. That may be somebody you know as well, okay, and that will only going to convince you that this one is unique. And through that, the Nine of Swords manifests, which has couple of manifestations depending on what stage you are in with that Knight of Cups. So the Nine of Swords either may manifest as the question, what if this woman or this guy walks away? What if I lose them? Right? And that is going to put a lot of anxiety and fear of being left alone. You got to do whatever you can to subjugate that fear and that anxiety. You gotta do whatever you can to move past it. The other way how the Nine of Swords may manifest for you, Capricorn, is some consequences that your interaction or the common enterprise in between you and the Knight of Cups is going to inflict. And the only thing that comes to my mind here is that, imagine you are married, and that is a lover of yours, right? And that is the week where you do realize that the lover is the one that you want to spend your life with. And the Nine of Swords signifies the consequences, the damages that you are to inflict on your family, and as well your wife or your husband, okay? And it's the moment where you are gonna think it through. Is it really worth it? And right after that, we are approaching the end of the week here, where the other individual shows up. Now, that individual may show up in any field of your life, okay? It could be friend, a business partner, co-worker, your neighbor, okay, or a family member, but that one kind of puts an incentive of rush. They probably made you some kind of an ultimatum. It may not have been a how can I put it into words, a sharp ultimatum, in a sense, kind of like open ultimatum. They may have asked you to make a choice of an action that you will have to make, and they may have made an impression that you have all the time on the world, or in the world, but you don't. At the end of this week, they comes about and said, what say you? Okay, what are you going to do about it? I want to know now. I want to see it done now. That is because they are very practical and pragmatic. That individual, very practical, very pragmatic, and they want to see growth. They want to see progress. Okay, and they just can't wait for you any longer. And I don't know if you can go along without them. I don't know if you can ignore them. Some of you may be fortunate enough to do so, but it seems that because it's a Knight of Pentacles there, it seems that they play major role in your plans, and your plans are going to suffer significantly if things in between you and that person, Knight of Pentacles, goes in the wrong direction, so to speak. And that's why the end of the week may be a bit more hectic, because we do have Nine of Swords here and then the Knights of Pentacles with the Two of Swords, and these both things are going to collide, and you will have first anxiety and fear. What happens if you do lose the Knights of Pentacles or the Knight of Cups? And then you can't put enough attention to the Knight of Cups because the Knight of Pentacles comes about, and if you don't pay attention to them, you know, all many of your plans are gonna go down, are gonna be thrown out of the window, and it's going to be a tense end of the week for you, Capricorn. I hope you kind of like you will be able to maintain your cool and move past it. Knight of Cups is not going to abandon you just because you have to put more attention to something else. Remember, these are people that are trustworthy, and therefore they trust you as well. So you don't have to freak out about that. And yeah, I guess you do have quite of a week in front of you, Capricorn. Hopefully you are going to go through it in a rather good fashion. And with that being said, this was your weekly general tarot reading, guys. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do liked it, and we are to hopefully see each other next time. Until then, bye.